when I started making this video, or putting together the list, I kind of screenshotted all the dresses that were going to be on the list. At first this was going to be like 18, 17, not that bad, could do better, but as I kept scrolling past it on my phone, the colour got to me more and more, and that is the main reason it's on here. I am not a massive fan of yellow, but I can deal with it. But this is... I'm sorry, it's the worst type of yellow. It's like almost a green, but it's kind of like vomity, and it's got like black bits on it. It's just awful. And even the style of dress is just awful. I mean, just look at it. Some of these dresses I can't even really make jokes about, but I just kind of have to show them, and I'm just hoping that I'm not the only one seeing just how hideous they are. Like, I feel awful for just like saying this in case someone loves it, but it's just the truth. I think it's just awful. The Cosmos X Daya collection is a very recent one. One of the newest ones out, and this is the newest dress on this list. And I love that collection. I immediately bought like 5 items from it, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. But this one caught my attention for all the wrong reasons. I think this is by far the worst. Obviously, the colours are beautiful, the butterflies are beautiful, same as all the other ones, but okay, let's just talk about the top first. Let's just start off with that. Looks awful from the front. I kind of understand the idea of it, like it's supposed to kind of almost be like a halter neck that goes around your shoulders. And if it wasn't as like thick, maybe thick and bulky, it might have looked nice. But the way it is, I just think it looks awful. It looks like the Avakin is suffocating. I just hate it. And then we move on to the bottom, and one thing I don't like when Avakin does is the top short, like back long sort of thing. Top short, I mean front short, back long. I love that style in real life, and sometimes in Avakin it looks really, really good. Like there's plenty of dresses that I've seen with that sort of style and it looks really good. But sometimes they make it, especially in the big kind of puffy dresses, where it just looks really cardboardy and weird, and this is, no exception. I really dislike this dress. I really, really dislike it. But I think the rest of the collection was still great, which almost kind of worked against it. The rest of the collection was so great that I looked at this one and this one stood out because it was so much worse than all the others, in my opinion. We are returning to the feather theme with Venetian, I'm gonna guess, Ball Feliciana feathered gown. 1,600 Avacoins for this. And I mean, we all know who this is. This is basically just Big Bird from Sesame Street. It's like they skinned her, and once again, if you actually look at it, the sort of corset of it is not too bad, but then they kind of put like a Labrador's ear on that bit there, skin Big Bird, put her on the bottom, and this is what you end up with. A shapeless, awful looking mess. And it's just ugly. I mean, I hope I'm not the only one here, like, because, a lot of these dresses, I know I'm kind of, like, roasting them a bit, but, like, most of these dresses I see no one wearing, ever. So I kind of feel like my opinion is maybe shared a bit. Hopefully. Avakin released a bunch of dresses kind of modelled after, I think it was Game of Thrones, and most of them I hate, I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch Game of Thrones, I've heard it's a great show, but to be honest, by the time that I was like, hey, let's watch it, the last season came out and there was tons of spoilers, and I'm not gonna watch it anymore because of that. But whenever I see photos or anything, the costumes, everything like that, don't actually look that bad. but the Avakin versions, they just look awful in my opinion. Awful. I mean, maybe for role-playing purposes, I don't know. Okay, so you've got the black bit, which is fine, and then it's just the silver thing. I don't know if it's like a coat. I don't know what it is. I hate it. It kind of looks like, you know, like rugby or, you know, American football, or if you're American, just football. Like how they have the big, sort of like chest protectors. That's what it looks like. It gives no shape. It's just, I just think it's very bulky and awful. Whenever I have a free slot in my build machine, I always go to Cloud9 because they have loads of party dresses that you can build, and this is one of the ones I am so sick of seeing. So, as you can see, little symbol, you can build with this, but why would you want to? I hate it. This is probably, I know that there's more dresses and I don't think this is the ugliest dress, but I probably hate this one the most because I am so sick of seeing it when I'm searching for stuff to build, and I see it all the time. This dress plagues me. I swear, I kind of want to buy it just so I can never see it again on the store. Like, I hate this dress. The colour's not too bad, but it's this cutout bit. Who thought this was a good idea? It's awful. Where does the straps go? Did they go under there? It's just, that doesn't look comfortable. What is any of this? Why is it a different colour slightly in the middle? Why did they cut out the middle bit? Why does it need to be cut out? It just looks weird. It looks like they're supposed to be suspenders, but they're not. And I just don't like it. I hate it. I'm sorry. I hate this dress. Avakin decided one day that they wanted to do sort of boho fashion. Most of it was okay. And then this showed up, let's say. So what is it? what is this? Is it a dress? It says dress. I included it in the list because it kind of sort of looks like one, but it also looks like just a dressing gown. And on another note, what is that necklace? Like, is it trying to be yin and yang? Like, just what is it? What is the materials? What is the belt? Why is it so loose? Why is Avakin cutting down on lingerie but showing this much cleavage? Like, hey, you guys are gonna get mad if we have hugging or kissing animations because it's child inappropriate, but you can literally have this woman wearing what I can probably assume was her granny's curtains sewed into whatever this is and just puts it on her naked body, and that's child appropriate. But having underwear isn't. Just think about that for a bit. Welcome to another dress in the Le Haute Couture collection. This is part of the collection I was talking about with, I think it was number 19, the pink dress, and I don't know what they were going for. I hate everything about it. I hate the colours, I hate the style, and okay, so sometimes if you're making a joke, you'll say, God, my grandma would wear that. But that is literally what this is. This literally looks like a really old person dress. It's like, you know when you see those really old wedding dresses and they always have the big like sleeves at the top? That's what this is like, and I hate everything about it. 4,000 Avacoins. 4,000 Avacoins. Once again, role-playing. Maybe it'll work if you just want to look like her grandma. And if you do, then, I mean, who am I to judge? But in terms of fashion, I don't think this one's gonna pass. So now we're at number 3, and this is where it gets kind of disgusting. This is another part of that collection. The last part on this list. Thank God. And sometimes I try and think of jokes. Sometimes I just say what I'm thinking. When I look at this dress, it physically hurts. I feel like my eyes are protesting, and I just want to look at puppies. Like, the ruffles, the pink, the ruffles, the material, it's weirdly shiny, the shape of it, everything. What is it? What is it? Sometimes I look at these dresses. Some of them, I look at them and I'm like, okay, maybe in my opinion it's not that great, but this one, if you like this, just tell me why. I'm not saying you're wrong, just please write in the comments if you like this dress. Why? What is there to like about it? There's nothing. And this is only number 3. Just wait until we get to number 2, and God help number 1. So you guys know I have a thing for yellow, right? I kind of don't like it that much. I feel like this dress is kind of the reason why. This dress kind of gave me a phobia for yellow, because it's so putrid. I mean, I'm trying to think of the word to describe it. It's ugly. It's 10% off right now. So hey, if you want to go get it, be my guest, 10% off. But I don't know, you would have to take 10% off all my purchases in real life to force me to get this dress. I wouldn't want it in my closet every day. I couldn't scroll past it every day. Right now, it's driving me crazy. Because it's on sale, it comes up every time I go into outfits. And every time I recoil. And every time I just feel sick. And every time I look at it and I'm like, who buys this? One of these days, I really want like Lockwood to actually give us statistics on what like the least bought dresses are, because I don't know if anyone in the history of Avakin has actually bought this dress. Maybe people have built it just because it was there to build, you know, whatever. But why would you buy this? I've never seen anyone wear it. I've been playing Avakin for almost 2 years. I've seen thousands of people. I've never seen anyone wear this ever. And for good reason, because it's actually sad. it's sad. Who made this? Why was this made? Who made it? Fire them? What is this? What is this? It's like a banana peel somehow slithered its way onto my Avakin's body and won't get off. Look at my Avakin's eyes. They are in despair. Yeah, she wants to look away. They are in despair at having to wear this. Look at it. Look at it. That's all I have to say. Just look at it. Just look at it. I mean, if you thought Big Bird was bad at that other dress, I mean, it's like the Simpsons done something to anger the government and they sent in like the mafia after them. And this is what Simpson blood drenched over their skin looks like. And then a witch cursed it because I just felt like saying it. And the people at Lockwood were like, hey, we'll take it and make it 4,000 Avacoins. Yay. This is, I think, like, this one's less Avakin's fault because it's like based off a dress in Game of Thrones. I keep forgetting the name of it. Yeah, Game of Thrones. So the dress might have been hideous there. I don't really know. Either way, this is the ugliest dress in all of Avakin, in my opinion. And probably most others share this opinion because I've never seen anyone wearing it once again, and everyone who I have asked about it, like people who play Avakin and people who don't, just like my friends showing them pictures of it, have all said that this is by far the worst one. So I'm not alone in thinking that this dress is the spawn of Satan and Big Bird, because Big Bird was involved somehow. Just look at it. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know I kind of went a bit harsh on Lockwood, and I love Lockwood. You know, I love the game. But I mean, sometimes you just have to point out the bad things to make the good things seem even better. And that is exactly what I just went through. A load of bad things. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to leave a like. If you disagree with my opinion, or you like the dresses in this, or if you think there's a dress that should have been on this list, like, what is your least favourite dress? Put it in the comments, let me know. Once again, I'm sorry if you think I was a bit too harsh or anything, but it's all a bit of fun as well. You know, it's just kind of it's kind of just me making myself laugh. But apart from that, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.